Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Outer Worlds. We are on our way up to find the broker at the top of Radio Free Monarch. And we are fighting our way up past mantis swarms and mantiqueens and all kinds of marauders and other nasty folk. There's a mantiqueen over there. We're not going to use the shotgun on the mantiqueen. I think we need something that hits a little harder. But if there's any other critters near it, we could use the shotgun on the mantisaur drone, for instance. But we do have our glute gun, so
I'll keep it down.
I gotta aim further. Okay. Got the position kind of alright. Hop. Okay, now is this going to be at all effective? It's not effective, it's just not amazing.
Headed with something bigger. I got another fight in me.
Yeah. Shotgun. I mean, I'd want to upgrade it more if we were going to do that regularly, but shotgun in a mantiqueen face does get results. Wow, that marauder's buried in the ground. He's been proper stomped in. Okay, is that all the bodies? I think that's all the bodies we killed anyway. And that's going to continue over, which will then loop back round. We will check that out at some point, but right now, Radio Free Monarch is our priority. We've been trying to get here for a number of episodes, so let's push up and see who the broker is. Mantisaur drone? Yeah, sure. Hi.
They got the drop on us.
I wouldn't say they got the drop on us when I charged in.
Want something stronger?
I should probably be aiming for that little thing on their belly, actually.
We're not getting through. We're not getting through.
Ready for more?
This, like, weird egg sac thing might be a weak point. Either way, we got through the fight without too much of a scuffle. Ellie's a little bit injured, but she'll heal up quickly enough. Oh yeah, these mantiqueens and mantisaurs have been in place for a while. Or maybe this is like their nesting area and they're just bringing the marauder bodies here. Mantipillars and stuff off to the side. Mantis swarms, yeah. Oh, they've all woken up. Okay.
Doing nothing.
Try something else, Captain.
I think this is pretty effective.
That's just pissing him off.
Right, that's the Mantiqueen. Let's
Plasma ain't doing it.
shrink it down.
We're not getting through.
Architect ain't ready for you, man. Plasma isn't working.
There we go.
Keeping you. Yeah, that's the last of them.
Okay. Bit leery, but other than, I mean, I was pretty much uninjured throughout the entirety of that. The team did nearly go down, and they are a large part of our DPS. So avoiding that is our ideal situation anytime something happens. Yeah, the more I see, the more I think this is like the Mansell nest area, and they're just bringing the bodies up here. Just give things one more check as we move on. There's bits of the Manta Queen. That last scientist stuff. Okay, back to the shotgun. That's all loaded. Loot gun. That needs to be loaded. Let's have the shotgun out for a little bit. Raptidon's up here. That's a surprise. Some proper guardians, actually. Just over there. We could probably just walk up and say hello.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
Alright.
How many years do you think it took nature to shape the rock into a set of horns like that?
This place is supposed to look like horns? I don't see it.
Well, I guess it kind of does. Hey.
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew.
Alright.
You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders.
No, I'm no marauder.
A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're
Must
clear.
be true.
But I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know.
So if the station's under your protection and it's full of marauders, what are you doing here?
I take it you ain't met the other C3s.
No.
Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain.
Well, how do I find the other C3s?
See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest of my crew there.
What are you waiting for? Help me kill the marauders.
There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties.
I mean, it would make it a bit more interesting. So she said, a road down past the archway. Is that like going down this way? I assume it's down the other way, actually. And you know what? The barracks is going to be either that, or maybe this little section down here. Oh no, there they are. I mean, this is kind of looping round the right way. So, the C3 barracks. Guess we can petition the boss. That's all your ammo there, eh?
Little help here so we both don't die?
Mandibles of Doom. Kill the Manta Queen.
How'd you get up here? Through the caves?
No. What caves?
Good answer. I wasn't looking forward to gut-shotting you. See, the thing is, I'm with the corporate compliance crew. C3, if you will. We're mercs, and our current contract mandates that we annihilate any creatures or persons that emerge from the tunnel.
Allow me to intervene. It's my job to mediate any conflicts of interest regarding C3 and third parties.
Sure, Lance, we could talk.
All right. First things first. To make a decision in this dispute, I'm gonna need to know what your role in your organization is.
You can consider me the CEO of a company of one.
A lean but efficient corporate structure. I'm impressed. Still, I gotta wonder. What are your intentions regarding Devil's Peak Station? That is why you've wandered out here, I presume.
Yeah. So Joy sent me to talk to you.
Well, that's all well and good, but the reason you've come is secondary to the arbitration at hand. Our guidelines allow us some leeway in identifying threats to our client. Your unorthodox profession makes me think we ought to remove you from the premises permanently. However, the terms of our contract specifically targets marauders, iconoclasts, MSI
That explains why
operatives,
they're all so
and
dead.
anyone deemed to hobo-like in appearance.
And
As you don't appear to fit any of those categories, I'm afraid I can't quite make a call on you.
Don't we, as a standing policy, provide an alternative to termination via financial restitution? Addy, our chief financial officer, could confirm, but I'm betting if you're willing to compensate us for our lost time and productivity due to this arbitration, you could pass.
can't we all just get along for free? We're on the same side here.
I guess we might could. There's something I like about you. Can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I'd rather have you with us than against us.
That's a smart choice,
All right.
Mr. Anderson.
Lance, unless you have a final point of contention to make, I'd say she's clear to go.
Nah, I'll sign the clearance form. Just, I must advise you to steer clear of Devil's Peak Station. It's teeming with marauders.
Well, that's kind of where I
Anything else
need
you
to
need?
get to, so... I met Joy by the station, was hoping to get you guys to do your job and take down the marauders.
Trying to say we didn't do our job? I'll have you know, our contract was to stop any marauders coming from the caves. Didn't say nothing about the ones taking the mountain path.
Oh my
We'll simply
god.
clear them out later, once we've got the go-ahead from Berthold.
Who's Berthold?
That's right. Berthold Fox is our boss man, founder, president, and CEO. Bertie went down into the caves on a hunt for marauders, give or take, 6 hours ago. He's a hands-on type. Likes to handle the tougher tasks himself. Although, he should have been back. Going on 6 hours now. I'd ask you to check the caves for him, but then we'd have to kill you when you crawl back out.
Are you going to kill Berthold when he returns from the caves too?
Space, no. The contract doesn't target C3s. How do we enforce it otherwise?
A mite cold-blooded, ain't she, Donald?
Well, forget about Berthold. We're going to clear out the station.
Look, much as we'd like to slaughter some marauders, we can't act unless it's on orders. And those come from the boss man.
If the marauders kill your client, you won't get paid.
Now that won't hold. There's nothing Bertie hates worse than a dead client. The broker's a real paranoid type. I'd wager my keenest knife he's got the place on lockdown. Booby-trapped. Add the marauders and we'll be walking into a veritable death gauntlet. So it ought to be fun. You find a way to jimmy the front door and we'll clean house on the main level.
I'll wire ahead to
Right.
Joy and Hudson for support. All right, C3s, prepare to head out.
So, we did have a quest to kill the Mantiqueen, which is now gone. Mandibles of Doom, yeah. Yeah, Berthold can't climb down from his perch, but I don't remember finding Berthold. So as much as it did give it to us, I don't think it really gave it to us. I suspect it's probably just because of where we ended up being positioned. Hey, a workbench. Right. Let's have a look at the Deadeye Assault Rifle. Because if I'm going to get myself a worthwhile sniper, I need to know how much it's going to cost. And would want to get it up to 298 if we can. Also, the gloop gun, we can really, really boost the damage on for not much money. That's taken it up to 85. Yeah, up to 100-ish. The Deadeye Assault Rifle is getting more expensive, but it's not going to be too far unusable, is what I'm thinking. It's going to be really expensive to keep pushing it, though. It's a tough call. We've already pushed our companions' weapons pretty much as we can. You know what? We've got it there to be done. We've got it there to be done, and it will last longer than the other one. So expensive. Can't afford to upgrade it anymore. Plenty of other things for us to sell, though. And in terms of the armor, we could do a little bit more, but we're not taking any actual damage, so I don't think that's necessary. Okay, on to equipment. I will keep the hunting rifle. For when we need those big initial hits. But the rest of the stuff, I think, is all going to go. Yeah, the difference between the two hunting rifles is pretty significant, but even unmodded, this does more damage for the initial shot. Can I inspect these a bit more? Yeah. Do we actually get an indicator of durability? Condition 5,000 out of 5,000, 5,000 out of 5,000. So they look the same. It's just I know that these this one wears down really quickly. Yeah, what I need is the condition loss per shot, but it won't give us that. Oh, this one was a pristine one, 6,000 out of 6,000. That would have been nice if we hadn't already spent all the money upgrading the other ones. Okay, there they go. And then on the armor, that helmet can go because we've got spares. We've got spares of these, we've got a spare of that, we've got a spare of that. It looks pretty, but it's going to go. And the leadership skills. I suppose it wouldn't hurt us having them available. Just in case we need to. Sure, we'll keep it for now. No one saw that. That was an accidental steal. Didn't mean to. This, on the other hand, ooh, if we had Berthold's key cards, we'd be able to get into it. Yeah, you know what? We can get into this one. Give me just a second to put on my my proper stuff, and we can hack that right
As
over.
always.
And I'm definitely taking as much ammo as I can.
Ooh, what'd you find?
Having spent as much as I have just now on upgrades, I feel like we need to restock a little bit. Ooh. Thunder? That's a named weapon. What are you, Thunder? It's not bad. 462 DPS. The damage is a little low. It's level 15, could probably be upgraded. Yeah, no one saw anything. I kind of want to steal from this one as well. Nothing on Addy. How about Donald? Can we get close enough? Maybe just about. Nothing on Donald. Come on, stop twisting yourself. Anything on Lance? Okay, stealing done. It was fun. And now we're overweight. Okay, what's going to be best for us selling stuff? Probably back at the Fallbrook Crossroads. So let's pop back there just for a second. Have a chat with Lenora.
Hello again.
Hi.
You want to buy something?
No, I want to offload everything. That's pretty significant. Probably got a few more things that we can sell that we've just picked up. Do I want to sell Thunder? It's worth a fair amount. We're not going to use it. And keep the Deadeye Assault Rifle because that's the one that we're leveling up. I could also start selling some of the heavy ammo. Maybe. Something to consider. Sell that. We'll sell the heavy grade mask. I said we were going to keep the leadership skills. Chest armor. Okay. 10 grand? 10 grand, we could do another upgrade. But right now, I think that's probably fine enough. So knowing the place is full of marauders.
Why do people make such a big thing out of
Hey, Ellie.
Fox radioed ahead. Said I'm to follow you. Provide whatever support you need. If those bastards start shooting, we'll join in.
Cool.
I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger happy. Of course, me and her will follow your lead. Just wanted you to know we wouldn't begrudge you of any violent inclinations.
Good to know. Your gun's the trigger happy one, or you are?
Ain't it the same, really? I'd say me and my piece meet each other halfway on the issue. She likes to be used, and I like to put her to good use. As so very often as I can.
That's fair
We
enough.
can tell friend from foe, mind you. But it's probably best not to walk directly in front of us.
Got it. Blue on blue. Sure, no need to wait on me.
You're A-okay, stranger. Hear that, Hudson? It's payday.
This should be fun. Pop goes the weasel. I wonder if they're going to target that scrap mechanical or if I could have. Yeah, the shotgun's pretty effective against that as well at the moment. Ow.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, Hudson. Legitimate mistake.
Take him down!
Processing data.
Take cover! Waste of company ammo.
Now switching to garbage disposal mode. Returning to patrol.
Wow, some of those mechanical guardians really haven't progressed far along the route. Let's loot what we can.
Their death,
Waste of company
our
ammo.
survival.
Waste of company ammo. Oh, there are mines going that way. That is very good to know. I'm glad we didn't come that way and we came up the shortcut bit. Cool, so we took a fair bit of damage. Most of that was from standing right next to that scrap mechanical while it blew a whole bunch of stuff up. But we've got plenty of stuff to sell out of it. That's not all bad, and we only use light ammo. Grab the Adreno. Dead Hooligan. I assume that's as far as you're going. So we could go straight in there, but we have more on the upper level to look at. That's sealed on the upper level, okay. Nothing in the bin. Always a disappointment when it's a big one and it's empty. And that's just a shortcut up. Okay, I think we're pushing inside. Into the station. Finally.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Here we go!
Don't mess with us.
Here we go!
Nice and stealthy. That's how I'm doing this. Stealthy in the sense of I'm crouch walking around. Not in the sense of actually being stealthy. On this first room it seems mostly clear. So let's check see what there is to grab. Purple berry crunch. Okay, I think that's probably everything worthwhile. Let's have a look at the map. So we've come in from this way. What's over here? That's sealed, okay. That's probably going to be a way out which means we're kind of limited in choices for where we can go. Some kind of lock-up. May as well grab what we can. I wonder if that's just decoration or if that's to be used for something. Elite trooper armor. Take a gander in case it's actually good. It's not. It's not good, but it's not good. Memorandum: Environmental Controls Installation and Keycard. Barb. The new Environmental Controls Terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations! You messaged corporate about it, you get to manage it. Consider this your official notice to hide its access keycard deep in the bottom of the drawer somewhere, preferably within the archives or in one of the station's other popular sections. Because I sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Don't even think about testing the system out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed, and if you accidentally trigger the fire suppression system, it can suck the air from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Ooh. There's the keycard right next to it. That's good to know. Should we need to evacuate all the air from it?
Don't mess with us!
Yeah, I was taking no chances. He may have been on the loo, but if he heard all of that going on out there and still just say, also there is no privacy on these loos at all. That is quite foreign to me. But my question is, where do we get to suck all the air out from?
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom.
Well, we could, or
You're in left hand with a nice pick.
we can open up this and have a look in here first. Because really, that's what we're here for, isn't it? It's the looting. All the delicious things. Okay, good. Good. Now we can have a chat. And I assume that's going to potentially, like, open up the upstairs.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder?
I'm here to see the broker.
Nice and coherent. Good. Take it you're not with the Marauders, then. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station.
Good to know.
The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the broker.
Great. Okay, broker.
Excellent. I have a good feeling about our business relationship. I'm sure it will go much more smoothly than with those unscrupulous mercenaries I hired.
Speaking of, I'm working with Berthold. Well, I'm not really working with Berthold.
I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate.
I like the sound of that.
They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
Sure. How many marauders broke in?
Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Well, let's head back to the elevator, which I assume is...
Hey, elevators to your right.
over here. There we go. And
About damn time.
this is going to be where we finish it off for this episode. We are reaching the end of our time. Thank you very much for coming along, though. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and to be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of The Outer Worlds. See you soon.